All right, welcome back, guys. This is Dave Holman, a.k.a. Dynasty Dorks, and this is the SGPN Fantasy Football Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and we're presented to you by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. Sign up today, and you bet $100, you're going to get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. And we are going to talk about running backs. We just did our series on our quarterbacks. Brad and I are going to go through probably 15 to 20 by the end of the offseason, but we're going to start out with our top six consensus dynasty running backs. And the first guy up is Bijan Robinson. Brad,
wait, Bijan's our number one?
I thought about it, but it was either Bijan or Bijan.
Yeah. It was tough. To say that, hey, a 5-star number one overall running back who came up with over 4,200 all-purpose yards in his 3 seasons with the Texas Longhorns is our number one. I know it's a long shot. It's a stretch. We're going to get beat up by the Reddit lords when they hear this on Reddit and the Twitter masters. I get it. But look, the guy averaged 6.1 yards per carry and forced an insane amount of missed tackles. And by insane amount, I mean 104, which led all of college football, while he only surrendered 6 fumbles through his entire 3 seasons with Texas. All of his metrics and the scouting point to him being an absolute difference maker on the field. So, Dave, what are our 3 pros and our 3 cons?
Yeah, so with Bijan Robinson, I mean, there's a lot of pros for Bijan Robinson. And so with Bijan Robinson, he's a guy that has patience behind the line, and he can make people miss in the phone booth. You see it when he gets into tight space, meets people in the hole. He can still make a miss even for a bigger running back. He also has the power to go with the speed. You have your power backs, you have your speed backs. He's both. And I think that the biggest pro for him is he's the total package. And so you always want those guys that can be that bell cow guy, but he's not big enough, or he can't catch the ball, or, he's not as good of a runner. This guy's everything, and he's one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. And, as far as his rushing ability, it's really kind of second to none. You mentioned the broken tackles. He's also got some speed. He can hit the long ball and take it to the house. And as far as short yardage, he's a very powerful running back. And for the cons, I mean, it's hard. For Dynasty, I think the con is there's only one Bijan Robinson. I put out today that I don't think his Dynasty stock can get any lower because he's already the number one running back asset. And in most eyes, he's the top 3 or 4 Dynasty assets. So really there's nowhere to go. And so you may have to sell him. And I think that's an extra con because you just, the trades and it's just so good. And if you wait and then he gets a bad landing spot, there's only one way to go. And it's probably down as far as Dynasty. This would be an excellent NFL player. Big 12. There's been great Big 12 running backs, so let's not ignore the fact that it would be an anomaly if it come out of the Big 12. But defense is optional over there, and so it's not. It's people do see that, and they wonder if some of the reason that he is so successful is because he's a supreme athlete in the Big 12, where they focus on offense and not focus on defense. I've already seen people mention it, and so I think you have to bring it up. Speed, we talked about it. He does have the long ball. He does have the short speed. He's not Chris Johnson. He's not, one of these guys that is he's not going to run as fast as Saquon Barkley. And I know that's the comp people like. He's a little bigger than Saquon Barkley as far as his top half. He's and he had some regression his second season. So he had a great freshman year. Second year wasn't as good. Some of the things I looked at was scheme change. And so he did better on stretch plays than he did on outside zone runs. And in comparison to the other running backs on his team. And so there's a lot that you can look at as far as, things that he regressed on that year. But then this year, he was very good. He was right back at it. And as far as a player comp, I know everyone wants to say Saquon Barkley, so I wanted to go a little bit different. And I'm going with Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley was a big, explosive back, was able to catch the ball out of the backfield, and was able to make things happen when he got the ball in his hands. An elite Todd Gurley was one of the best running backs that the fantasy football has ever seen. And it's just unfortunate that he had that, knee injury that ended up, having to have surgery and then eventually having some, degenerative knee stuff. But that's Bijan Robinson. Anything to add, Brad?
Nothing, man. It sucks that, who was it you said, it just always says dynasty players can't have good things, right? Everybody should be Marcus Grant. Everybody should be excited about Bijan, and everybody is, but you do have a point. You could get an absolute massive, insane haul for Bijan Robinson right now.
People will be, it's going to be dirty out there. People are going to be paying physical money. People are you're going to be able to name, Chalupa Batman. You're going to be able to name somebody's child. You may, we'll keep it light. We won't have any too rated X stuff, but
yeah,
there's going to be some nasty stuff going on for Bijan Robinson. And I've seen it already in a super flex. Somebody was turning down Trevor Lawrence and Mike Evans. I saw Kenneth Walker and 103 traded for Bijan. It's insane. It's insane. And I've talked to the guys over at SGPN. I think there's a shirt coming out. So if you own the 101, we got a shirt for you coming out soon. And it's going to say, I own the 101. And I think that is, it's quite the flex right now.
I like it. All
right. Well, thanks for tuning in on this episode. Again, check out the rest of our running backs and our quarterbacks. We'll be doing this all season. So make sure you guys subscribe. Give us a like and comment. Let us know your player comp. Let us know if we are too high, too low. And as always, good luck this season.
Cheers.